Dear community of ReConnect Brno Music Conference, we're very honored to have James Miner, former Vice President of South by Southwest.
Good to see you.
Thank you for finding time for us.
Okay.
How was the flight? How was the journey to Brno for you?
It's good. A little tired, but we'll work it out.
How are you dealing with all of those jet lags, flying from Austin all over the world?
I feel like I've been jet lagged for the last 2 months, but it's just kind of the norm now.
What is your trick? How to deal with that?
Ooh.
2 good beers, yoga, swimming, because if I swim, then I get well tired and I sleep well. What is your trick? What are your tricks?
I think a big part of it is just actually being in the sun, like getting yourself outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't get sun much last night. We were hanging out in the water tanks of the Vodojemy in Brno. We were talking before we started recording about a couple of artists that could play there. What would be for you a couple of the best options for a music concert in there?
In there, I'd like to see maybe Gas there. I think that'd be incredible.
Okay. What was some of the best, most strongest experiences from music concerts lately for you? Some really strong performance during the past months. It's good to go for a music concert because of this.
Yeah. At the different conferences I've been to lately, I just saw this band called Jambanai. In Seoul at this conference called MUCON. And I've seen them before, but it's kind of they're on Bella Union on that label, and it's kind of post rock with traditional Korean instruments. Like that was pretty amazing. I saw Patch. At Reeperbahn, which is Patches, this kind of it's kind of a live electronic band, like very synth focused. It's like 4 or 5 dudes who all look like they should be in Tangerine Dream, but it's like very cool electronic dance stuff. I'm trying to think what else I've seen recently. I actually at Reeperbahn I also saw JFDR from Iceland.
I fall too hard, I forget too fast. Must be hard to care for a woman like that.
And that's actually an artist that I had at South by 2 seasons ago, and she's very good. But it was one of those artists where it would be kind of easy to dismiss in a way if you don't really spend the time and listen to it. Like I had listened to a record, and when you're putting together an event and you're listening through things, sometimes you can only listen so deeply because of the amount of time that you have. And I liked her when we had her come, and it was part of a Houndstooth night. But actually going to the show and paying complete attention to it, I see how special she is now. It was a really great performance.
I remember talking to Steven Wilson, talking to him about 8 years ago, and he was saying he appreciated when he was young and got himself a vinyl somewhere because he had only a budget as a kid to buy 1 album per month. And then he said, you had to listen to it. Even if you didn't like it, eventually you would fall in love with it or find something interesting. Can you remember an album like that from your childhood when you said, I'm happy that I actually invested the time?
Oh, absolutely. Tons of them. I remember, buying records, and even if you put the time in, just because you put your money into it, it's like you listen to it until you like it in some cases.
Right.
There were some, like the one that, this is probably not a great example, but I remember buying The Cure Disintegration when it came out on cassette. And I was already a Cure fan, but it didn't really hit me right away. And, that's, one of my favorite all-time records now.
Live album.
Yeah.
And the third is like, I have this limited edition at home. I have very few, but there's this 89 Wembley concert, and it's just like, it reaches my soul. And I came through it through South Park. When you're screaming to the distance, like, Disintegration is the best album ever.
Goodbye, Robert Smith. Thank you for your help. Visit us again. Disintegration is the best album ever.
That was the impulse. What was your impulse to get to the Disintegration Cure? Were you buying also sometimes a vinyl because of the cover? And you said, I gotta try this out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for that, I was already a fan. But it just didn't hit me right away. And, I put the time in, and, then it was worth it. But I mean, those are the records that stick with you for the longest time.
Right.
The ones where maybe you listen to it on first listen, maybe you don't get it, but something keeps on drawing you back to it. Mm-hmm. That was one of those records for me. The ones that are like immediate right away, they kind of fall to the side, I think, in a lot of cases. But those records that you put the time in, the ones that draw you back, those are the ones that stick with you for a lifetime.
I was just wondering, since you travel a lot and go to conferences like Primavera Pro, just wondering if you still enjoy coming to those events. But when you said, I discovered this band and this band, so are the music discoveries like one of the main reasons why you still love going to music conferences, showcases?
Absolutely. I mean, in some cases, there's a good chunk, like when I go to Primavera, for instance, that's a good chance for me to see artists that we had already programmed at South by, but I'm not able to see at South by Southwest. So I mean, that would be part of it for me. That's
you appreciate the growth of the artist, and the show got better, chemistry is better in the band. What are some of the feelings that you have when you see those artists again?
I mean, I think it's really important to realize that just supporting an artist once, or it's just like, let me rephrase that. I think it's important to realize that artists can have a career that spans for a long period of time. It's not just a little buzz moment or a little moment of interest, and that's it. It's, if you think about Future Islands, for instance, it's like, they didn't hit until like their third record. And it's pretty cool that a bunch of older dudes like that were able to, just kind of do what they did and then have a moment of success that far in. A lot of times, I feel like artists are at a disadvantage now because they're just thrown into the spotlight or into the public eye very quickly, right? The development period isn't necessarily there. And I mean, it kind of can be if they design it that way from the start. But when you're young, you don't really realize that. And you just kind of want to get out there as fast as possible.
Right. So it goes to the festival concert organizers as well as for the artists. Do you believe that the true direction that you have to take and the philosophy is perseverance? If you trust in your product, you feel it in your whole body, this is the right thing to do. People around you tell you this is a good direction. Is it perseverance, the philosophy that should keep you going? Even if the success or the feedback from the numbers are not yet good, the attendance of the concert is not good yet, the club shows are not fully filled, do you believe that persevere, go for it, it should take time and the results will come up later on? Do you believe in that?
I think I know what you're asking. I don't think that that's something that an artist should necessarily be concerned with. I think they should be, concerned about finding their voice and really, doing, expressing themselves. Well, it also kind of depends on what that individual artist is, what their goals are. I mean, if their career goal is to just, if the focus is to just be the biggest thing in the world, or be on the top of the radio charts or whatever, that's going to be, that takes a much different mindset than someone who's just trying to create great art. I mean, it's not saying that the two are mutually exclusive, but I think they should really be concerned about the artistic side of things before the other end. But I do also think that we're at a period in history where artists do need to be informed on how things work. Mm-hmm. They just, don't necessarily need to get 100% bogged down on that. It's a hard balance. There's a lot for artists in general.
Right. And recommendations for festivals or organizers, I know many of them, and they can plan, but eventually sometimes it's a chaos. What would be your recommendation to them, how to handle the stress and the preparation phase?
Oh, that's hard. I would say that are you talking about young festivals?
It can be
that are
starting,
out?
but also in the middle. I have all these friends saying like, yeah, things will turn out somehow. It's like to the production guy, you want to plan, but then whole chaos starts. Sometimes it's hard to plan, a lot of stress, but eventually, this partner comes up with a solution, this member of the team comes up with a great recommendation, and it will turn out somehow. They want to plan as much as they can, but then it's very challenging and stressful. But what was helping you to keep you on the good track?
I mean, I think communication is always going to be the key. Make sure that you're talking to everybody who's around you. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help, because posturing doesn't really help anyone. I would say that a big mistake that young events make is trying to be too big too soon. Mm-hmm. Not having a plan. It's like you need to know where you want to be in 3-5 years, and actually kind of build towards something. Don't bite off more than you can chew to start. But actually, having a long-term plan and a strategy, it's just really, it seems like real common sense. It should. I mean, I don't know if that sounds shitty or not, but I mean, yeah, I think that they really need to, just step back, see where you are, see where you want to be, and build towards it.
And if I may ask you, what are your future plans? Because now you are former vice president of South by Southwest. What is your life phase right now, considering some options for the future or keeping the doors fully open?
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm doing a few small things just to kind of, stay out there and learn. And, but, you know, I've relocated to Madrid right now. I don't know if that's going to be forever, but plan is to be in Europe and, just talking to people and trying to find what's right.
How would you compare the Madrid and Barcelona music scenes?
Oh, the scenes.
I lived in Barcelona for about a year.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. Just so many interesting names, so many clubs.
Yeah.
Anneke van Giersbergen, Kailessa, like, Arctic Monkeys. Incredible. Madrid, I've been there only shortly, so I was just wondering about the comparison.
I'm still kind of learning. I mean, everybody in Madrid's really welcoming and warm. It's not to say that Barcelona can't be as well, but I mean, I think they're a little fed up with tourists at this point. But yeah, I know of a few artists I know of more artists from Barcelona, and a few from Madrid, but I'm still learning.
What are your recharging activities around Madrid to actually keep your thoughts about future going even better?
I haven't been there long enough to recharge.
Any walks outside of Madrid?
Well, right now I'm still exploring the city, so
Okay.
yeah.
I just still have to stick to that. Any idea that you have about the future? Did you say, I would love to start some festival from the scratch or do something completely different? Is there still some idea for you, this is the direction that I would love to go for the future?
I mean, it could be any of those things for me. The goal, just, like anybody else, it's like you want to love what you do. And that's what I need to find.
Good luck with that, sir, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Yeah.